The question of what happens to the soul after death has remained one of the deepest and most profound mysteries throughout human history. Various cultures and religions have offered their own interpretations of the afterlife, complex myths and legends that reflect their understanding of life beyond death. These beliefs range from terrifying rituals to comforting visions of eternal peace. Exploring these myths reveals humanity's ongoing quest to answer one of life's most enduring questions. Ancient Egypt, the journey through Duat. One of the most famous representations of the afterlife comes from Egyptian mythology. The ancient Egyptians believed that death was not an end, but a transition to another realm. After death, the soul would travel through Duat, the underworld, facing numerous trials before reaching the domain of Osiris, the god of the afterlife. The weighing of the heart ceremony was a crucial part of this journey. The deceased's heart was weighed before Anubis, the god of embalming. If the heart was light, representing a life free from sins, the soul could enter the field of reeds, a paradise where peace and happiness awaited. If the heart was heavy, it would be devoured by Ammit, a monstrous deity, condemning the soul to oblivion. For the Egyptians, life after death was a continuation of existence. Tombs, mummies, and offerings were designed to protect the soul and ensure it could return to the realm of the living if needed. Ancient Greece, Hades and Tartarus. In ancient Greece, myths about the afterlife varied. Souls traveled to the underworld, ruled by Hades, where they would spend eternity. The underworld was divided into several sections based on how the soul had lived. If a person led a virtuous life, they could reach Elysium, a paradise for heroes and the righteous, where joy reigned. Most souls, however, ended up in the dreary fields of asphodel, wandering aimlessly. Those who had led cruel or sinful lives were sent to Tartarus, a dark abyss of punishment. Hades was depicted as a place where nothing changed, and souls were deprived of freedom. The afterlife was seen as an irreversible end to personal activity. Roman Empire, myths of Faunus and Pluto. In the Roman Empire, the afterlife was influenced by Greek mythology. For Romans, death was often viewed as a continuation of earthly life. Faunus, the god of forests, was seen as a mediator between the living and the dead. Roman philosophers believed that the afterlife was a spiritual continuation, not a physical reincarnation. The Romans also believed that the spirits of the dead, or shadows, could linger in the world and visit the living. Honoring the dead was deeply ingrained in Roman culture, and festivals like the Feralia were dedicated to the souls of the departed. Northern Europe, Valhalla and Jotunheim. In Norse mythology, the afterlife was tied to various realms. For the Vikings, Valhalla was the ultimate destination for warriors who died in battle. In Valhalla, they would live forever, feasting and fighting, honored by gods and heroes. It was a place of glory. Not all souls reached Valhalla. Those who did not die in battle or women went to Folkvanger, a realm ruled by the goddess Freya. Both Valhalla and Folkvanger were places of eternal life, where souls could exist in peace and honor. However, darker realms like Jotunheim represented chaos and destruction. Souls sent here faced torment and suffering, reflecting the destructive aspects of existence. Buddhism, samsara and rebirth. Buddhism offers a unique view of the afterlife. Rather than a singular destination, Buddhism teaches reincarnation. All beings undergo a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, known as samsara. The goal of a Buddhist is to attain nirvana, a state of eternal peace and liberation from the cycle of reincarnation. Upon death, the soul, or Dhamma, continues its journey until it reaches enlightenment. Some schools of Buddhism also describe an intermediate realm where souls experience the consequences of their past actions, karma, before their next rebirth. Christianity and Islam, heaven and hell. In Christianity and Islam, the afterlife is a division between the righteous and the sinful. Christianity portrays heaven as a realm of eternal joy, where the righteous live in the presence of God. In contrast, hell is a place of eternal punishment for sinners. Islam also teaches of Jannah, heaven, a paradise where the faithful enjoy peace and closeness to Allah. Hell, Jahannam, is a place of torment for those who have sinned. In both religions, the afterlife serves as a final judgment based on one's actions during their lifetime. Conclusion. Myths and legends about the afterlife reflect humanity's attempt to understand what happens after death. They offer various paths to salvation or punishment, shaped by cultural values and spiritual beliefs. These stories have inspired rituals, religious practices, and philosophical thought across civilizations, offering comfort, fear, and a sense of purpose. While the details of these myths may differ, they all stem from a shared human desire to comprehend the mysterious nature of life, death, and what follows.